This is Lukulu, your host for this video. I finally beat the Draconic Tree Sentinel guarding Leyendell on my rune level 1 no bleed run, and I wanted to share the things I've learned on the journey to get there. That's what this video is about. This is a small experimental video. Please let me know what you think of this format in the comments. If you're anything like me and you tried this challenge, you died to him over and over and over again. And I want to help you stop doing that. When I started fighting him, I respected him, because in my normal playthroughs I never really learned how to deal with him, but instead just tanked his attacks. After finally beating him, I can only say that I not only respect him, but think that his moves are some of the toughest to deal with in the game. So let's get into that. First, I want to lay out the fight a bit, followed by advice on how to deal with some of his moves. After that, I will explain my particular strategy, which can in some cases skip the entirety of the first phase. The battle consists of two phases. The movesets don't differ greatly, but there are moves he gains in the second phase. He also gains the ability to buff himself with red lightning, which expands his repertoire even more. The fight starts with him menacingly coming towards you. Then he starts his opening move. This attack is always the same. It consists of his horse rising up and trying to stomp on you.
Cheers, love! The cavalry's here!
Then the normal proceedings of the first phase start. After he lost a little bit less than half his health, he buffs himself. This is the start of the second phase. Now to how to deal with some of his moves. In my experience, there are two separate states the fight can be in. There is the brawl state, which starts when he charges you and thrusts his thing downwards. This is when you want to be aggressive, but not reckless. His attacks leave enough time to get a hit in between almost every attack he does. But I don't recommend trying this. Just stay in his perimeter and attack after he does a move you know you can estimate the follow-up for. In this state, he can perform a move in which he raises himself upwards for what feels like an eternity to thrust his weapon downwards. This attack is his most lethal one. It creates a shockwave with an insane radius. When you see him charging up this attack and you don't feel like you are consistent in iframing it, just run. Don't stop until you're at least half of the radius of the arena away from him. Trust me. Otherwise, if you feel yourself getting greedy, disengage and seek distance. If you don't, the boss will disengage after a time. This leads into the other state, the QTE state as I like to call it. This state consists of you dodging his ranged attacks. These consist of his horse's fire breath, his shield's lightning strike and the fuck every air particle in a 10-meter radius attack. The hardest one to dodge is the lightning strike. When he raises his shield, get ready to dodge, but don't do it yet. Only once he thrusts his shield downwards, dodge. The timing here is very similar to Nito's Gravelord dance from Dark Souls 1. Do not try and engage him in this state. His reaction to an attack in this state can be unpredictable and is very hard to dodge on reflex. After a time, he will re-engage you. Just wait it out and keep your patience up. Now that we know how to deal with the battle in any particular moment, what is our game plan? This boss has a weakness, and this weakness is his poise, which can easily be broken if you know how. A jumping attack of any kind, followed by two fully charged R2s from a strike weapon, like the mace or the club, is enough to stagger him, which gives you one free fully charged R2. A consistent opener is the perfect way to demonstrate this. You can do a jumping R2 from a running start into a fully charged R2, before his horse has even lifted its hooves off the ground. Now strafe a little bit to the side as I'm doing here and start charging your second R2. Once you hit it, the boss will be staggered to give you an opportunity for another fully charged R2. To use this to its fullest effect, I recommend drinking the spiked cracked tier found near the minor earth tree in the Mistwoods. To increase your damage even more, you can equip the X talisman. If you follow up with a jumping R2 and a fully charged R2 after that, which can be dangerous because it's no longer guaranteed that you get it off, then you're only one charged R2 or a couple of jumping attacks away from stunning him again. After this, he should be low enough to enter the second phase. The buff animation is a good opportunity to get in another charged R2. After that, you have to execute flawlessly, and yes, you drank the opaline, bubble tier alongside the other one, which I highly recommend. It guarantees that you survive at least one hit. I hope this was useful. If you have any other tips for this boss, leave them in the comments below. I also do a daily update series about the Dark Souls servers on my channel, so if you're interested in checking that out, just subscribe. Thank you for listening. This has been Lukulu, your host for this video.